In a fight with a Hoover man over the weekend. Our Hoover, which is a month old, just over a month old, so can't return it. The catches that shuts the lid to it is snapped off. I go to Argos, where we get it from, and they're like, no, you got to speak to the manufacturer. I was like, right, okay. So they give me a number. I go to speak to the manufacturer. They're like, no, you need to speak to Argos. So then I go back into the Argos store. Luckily, I was in the car park talking to the manufacturer because I trust no motherfucker. Go back into Argos, and I'm like, well, they said to speak to you. The manager's like, absolutely not. He's outraged by this. So he's like, I'm going to call him right now. I was like, yeah, mate, you go for it. But also, I have a life, so can we please get this moving? Also, I'm in Argos. I'm in one of those Argoses at the back of Sainsbury's, so I'm just walking around Sainsbury's with a massive Hoover, and everyone's looking at me like, is she okay? No is the answer. So then he calls the Hoover people, and the Hoover people are like, oh yeah, no, we do deal with that. And I was like, I'm sorry, did you just have a stroke then when I spoke to you earlier when you said it wasn't you, but it was actually Argos that dealt with it? So then he hands me the phone. He's like, you speak to them. And I'm like, this is weird. This is a weird sitch we've got going on here. So I was like, but I will speak. So I'm there with Hoover in arm, phone in hand, looking at the manager like he's my support network in this situation. He's like, yeah, I want this for you. So then I speak to Karen, and I'm like, hi, yeah, I just spoke to somebody, you said you won't help me, and they were like, he was like, yeah, we would help you, but the bit of the Hoover you've broken, which is the plastic dust bit, yeah, we don't do that bit. I was like, what do you mean you don't do that bit? So we don't replace that bit of the Hoover. I was like, what do you mean? We replace every other bit of the Hoover, we just won't replace that bit. I was like, right. So what do you propose I do? What do you propose I do with my Hoover that is 2 months old? That I bought from you, Mr. Man. And it says not you specifically, and it might be a manager that I need to speak to, but I'm not having this. I bought a Hoover off you 2 months ago, and you're now telling me, yeah, no, because you broke that specific part, we're not helping you. So now it's been escalated, and now I've got to wait weeks for someone to call me. And in the meantime, I have no Hoover. And yes, I know, before I get the prospective police in here being like, this isn't that big a deal, I know this is social media. I'm okay. I just really hate Mondays.